Lower gastrointestinal tract, inot is yung small intestines. So, yan naman yung duodenum. So, yung duodenum yung nagre-receive kang bile and pancreatic juice. So, sa sunod naman is yung jejunum. So, ina yung pantahaw na parte kang small intestine. So, duman inot na absorb yung mga nutrients. So, sunod is yung ileum. So, last segment, duman na absorb yung iba pang nutrients and yung vitamin B12. Large intestine, so inot digdi is yung ascending colon. So sa large intestine na absorb yung water and electrolytes. Transverse colon, so makuha siya sa upper abdominal cavity na nagko-connecta kang ascending and descending colon. So sa descending colon, duman na i-store yung fecal matter. Sigmoid colon naman ay yung S-shaped colon na nagko-connect kang descending colon sa rectum. So, yung rectum is yung temporary storage kang fecal matter. Organs in the lower gastrointestinal tract. So, inot is yung small intestine. Makuha digdi yung duodenum. So, yung duodenum yung nagre-receive kang bile and pancreatic juice. Sunod naman is yung jejunum kung saan duman na absorb yung nutrients. So ileum, so sa ileum na absorb yung iba pang nutrients na dahil na absorb sa jejunum arab kang vitamin B12. So large intestines, so inot is yung ascending colon na nag-absorb kang water and electrolytes. Transverse colon na nagko-connecta kang ascending and descending colon. So, descending colon, so duman na i-store yung fecal matter. Sigmoid colon, nagko-connect kang descending colon sa rectum. So, yung rectum naman is yung temporary storage kang sa tuyang fecal matter. Sunod is yung sa tuyang anus. So yung anus ta is yung nag-eliminate kang sa tuyang waste. Sunod is yung anal glands na nagpo-provide ng lubrication and rectal glands na nagpo-produce ng mucus. Disease and condition na nakakaapekto sa nutrient absorption. So, inot is yung carbohydrate absorption. Inot naman is yung celiac disease. So, ang celiac disease ay yung damage sa small intestine villi na nakaka-impair ng carbohydrate absorption. Sunod is yung Crohn's disease. So, inflammation siya sa small intestine na nagre-reduce kang carbohydrate absorption. So, sunod is diabetes, impaired glucose absorption due to insulin resistance. So, small intestine bacterial overgrowth. So, bacterial fermentation na nakaka-impair ng carbohydrate absorption. Sunod naman is sa protein. So, inot, celiac disease. So, damage siya sa small intestine na nakaka-apekto sa protein absorption. Crohn's disease, inflammation sa small intestine, nakaka-reduce ng protein absorption. Sunod is gastritis. Inflammation siya sa stomach na nakaka-impair kang protein digestion. Sunod is yung pancreatic insufficiency. So, kakulangan siya sa pancreatic enzymes para sa protein absorption. Sunod naman is yung fat absorption. Inot is cystic fibrosis, which is pancreatic insufficiency impairing fat absorption. Pancreatic insufficiency para sa fat digestion, bile duct obstruction na nakaka-impair kang bile flow na nakaka-apekto din sa fat absorption. Sunod is yung vitamin absorption. So, vitamin B12 deficiency, nakaka-impair siya ng intrinsic factor production or absorption. Folate deficiency, nakaka-impair kang absorption dahil sa celiac disease or Crohn's disease. So, vitamin D deficiency, impaired absorption due to liver or kidney disease. Fat-soluble vitamin deficiency, impaired absorption due to pancreatic insufficiency or bile duct obstruction. Yung gut microbiome ay mga microorganisms na naka-star sa satuyang gastrointestinal tract. So, ang composition kaani is bacteria, arogang firmicutes, bacteroidetes, and actinobacteria and proteobacteria. So, viruses, arogang bacteriophages, viruses infecting bacteria. So, fungi, arogang yeast, mold, tas protozoa, single-celled organisms, archaea, microorganisms na nagre-resemble sa bacteria. So, ang function kaani is nutrient absorption. So, nagbe-breakdown sinda as in nag-absorb kang carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So, immune system modulation, nagre-regulate kang immune responses. Production of vitamins, araw kang vitamin K, biotin, and folate. So, hormone regulation, nagkaka-impluensya sa hormone production and balance. So, barrier function, prevention of pathogen invasion. Sunod naman is yung inflammation regulation. So, modulation of inflammatory responses. So, importance. Yung microbiome is nagpe-prevent siya ng diarrhea, constipations, and IBS. Types of stool and feces. So, igwata ning duwa, which is yung normal and abnormal. So, sa normal, yung type 3, which is soft, smooth, cylindrical, and brown. Type 4 naman, which is firm, well-formed, and easy to pass. So, yung mga abnormal naman is yung type 1, which is separate hard lumps. So, ang cause kaani is constipation and low fiber intake. Sunod naman is yung type 2, sausage shape but lumpy constipation. So, low fiber intake. Type 5, soft blobs with clear-cut edges. So, this nagkukos kaani ang diarrhea and high fiber intake. So, type 3 is fluffy pieces with jagged edges. So, diarrhea and inflammatory bowel disease. Type 7, watery, no solid feces. Diarrhea and gastrointestinal infection. So, other abnormal stool types, which is yung black. So, dahil ini sa bleeding in the upper GI tract. Sunod is red or pink or hematochezia. So, ini naman is bleeding in the lower gastrointestinal tract. So, ang grayish naman or clay-colored ay pwedeng dahil siya sa liver or pancreatic disorders. Yellow or green, gastrointestinal infection and bile duct obstruction. So, foamy or frothy. Ini naman is gastrointestinal infection or malabsorption. So, floating stools, malabsorption, and gas producing bacteria. So, narrow or pencil thin stools, rectal cancer, or anal stenosis. Implications of abnormal stool type. So, inot na inot is constipation. So, nangyayari ini pag hababa yung fiber intake mo, pag dehydrated ka, or hypothyroidism. Diarrhea, so, gastrointestinal infection, inflammatory bowel disease. So, sunod is yung gastrointestinal bleeding, argang ulcers, cancers, vascular disorder, malabsorption, which are celiac disease, pancreatic insufficiency, inflammatory bowel disease, so ulcerative colitis, and Crohn's disease. So, sa infection naman is bacterial, viral, or parasitic, cancer, colon, rectal, or anal. Nutritional considerations para sa healthy lower gastrointestinal tract. So, inot is yung high fiber diet, argang fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes. So, adequate hydration. So, yung water intake dapat 8 to 10 cups a day. So, omega-3 fatty acids, argang fatty fish, flax seeds, and chia seeds. Probiotics na nagsusuporta kang gut health, polyphenol-rich foods, which are antioxidants, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. So, beneficial foods para sa gastrointestinal tract. Fermented foods, arog kang kimchi, sauerkraut, and kefir. Leafy greens, arog kang spinach, kale, collard greens, berries, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries, which are antioxidants, nuts and seeds na may healthy fats and fibers. So, fatty fish na omega-3 fatty acids, sweet potatoes, rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. So, avocados, healthy fats and fiber. Food to limit or avoid. So, inot na dapat iwasan is yung processed foods na halangkaw yung salt, preservatives, and saturated fats. Sugary drinks na nagko-contribute sa inflammation and digestive issues. So, dairy products na halangkaw yung lactose, spicy or acidic foods na may pwedeng mag-cause ng irritation sa satuyang lower gastrointestinal tracts, high fat foods na nakakapagpabagal kang digestion, and artificial additives arog kang preservatives, colorants, and flavor enhancer. So, nutrient-specific consideration. So, fiber, essential siya sa regular bowel movements, vitamin D for bone health, calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, zinc supports immune function and wound healing, probiotics na nagsusupport sa gut health.